Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out some really fun battles in the Open Great League featuring XL Shadow BAYLEEF. These battles were submitted to the channel earlier in the season by a member of the community, so many thanks for the battle submission. BAYLEEF is a pure grass type Pokemon with the moveset of Razor Leaf, Ancient Power, and Grass Knot. This trainer pairs it up with XL Bonsly and Sudowoodo and is able to get some fun wins. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out XL Shadow BAYLEEF in action in the Great League. Hopping into the first match, picking up a great lead, Shadow BAYLEEF into Azumarill, and even better, the Azumarill is staying in this matchup, which is a pretty bad one for the Azu. Azu farms up to 6, so it's possible they could be running Play Rough Hydro Pump, and they are. BAYLEEF able to tank the Play Rough and farm all the way down. Opponent brings in Talonflame, but here's where the coverage of Ancient Power can be lethal. Do they know? They do not! Big damage onto the Talonflame. Save switches into the Sudowoodo, which is going to be met with a Blossom. Blossom is a bit scary to see because it can hit both of the back Pokemon for super effective damage. Blossom fires off the Leaf Blade, Sudowoodo tanks it barely, Blossom going for the farm down, Sudo able to reach a last second Rock Slide, and this will do big damage or grab the final shield. They decide to let it through, and now in comes Shadow BAYLEEF. Shadow BAYLEEF, at this point, I think you just let it go and trust in the Bonsly. Leaf Blade, barely not enough to KO. They're able to farm down, and now it is all up to Bonsly. Bonsly is going to be committing the shield on the Leaf Blade because that would do massive super effective damage, and from here, Talonflame just gets farmed down. You can very safely shield up. They go for the Flame Charge. Bonsly able to counter down, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, sending Shadow BAYLEEF into Walrein. Razor Leafs will hit for super effective damage, but so will the Powder Snows. Switch and a beautiful catch, catching the Icicle Spear onto Sudowoodo. Icicle Spear is only going to do neutral damage, and Sudowoodo is going to be met with Scrafty. Scrafty is going to fire off the Power-Up Punch. Sudowoodo may not be able to reach the Earthquake here, and it looks like he's not going to be able to. Firing off the Rock Slide in the hope that maybe they lost track, and they did, able to grab a shield. That is very nice. In comes the Shadow BAYLEEF, and now it's the battle of fast moves. Counter versus Razor Leaf, shielding up what could be a foul play, and it is a very nice shield. BAYLEEF able to farm down before they're able to reach another move, and BAYLEEF does leave with quite a lot of energy here. Opponent brings in Nidoqueen and going to fire off the Grass Knot. Grass Knot will do some pretty nice damage if it lands, gets the shield, and now we are set up for a Bonsly sweep. Bonsly farming up quite a bit of energy. This could be an Earth Power. Bonsly calls it, and it's just a Poison Fang. What a read. In comes Walrein. Bonsly, the perfect overfarm, and firing off the Rock Slide just before Walrein is able to reach a move. Down goes Walrein. Back in comes Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen goes for a move, but it's a CMP tie. So Bonsly can very safely shield up the Earth Power and then get the KO with the Earthquake. Earthquake takes down the Nidoqueen, and Bonsly able to get the win. Hopping into the next match, sending Shadow BAYLEEF into Umbreon. Very neutral lead across the board, so I'm expecting we are going to see a save switch at some point. BAYLEEF farming up, goes for a catch, and it's a simultaneous save switch, and a very good one at that. Sudowoodo into Noctowl. This is a dominating matchup for Sudowoodo. Rock Slide does get the shield from Noctowl. Sudowoodo can tank any one move here. They let it through, and it's a Sky Attack. Opponent not going for the Shadow Ball, and that ends up being a pretty big mistake. Sudowoodo able to reach a second Rock Slide. This will be doing big damage. Opponent actually commits the second shield. Opponent trying hard for switch, but Sudowoodo is not going to let that happen. Shielding up the Shadow Ball. Sudo can very safely overfarm in this matchup, and then fire off the Rock Slide that is going to be KOing the Noctowl. Down goes Noctowl. Opponent brings back in Umbreon. Umbreon farming up, but Sudowoodo not done. Able to reach another Rock Slide, and that's going to do some solid chip damage. Umbreon, I believe they just farmed over 100 energy, and they're finally going to throw a move. Foul play. Barely not enough to KO. Umbreon able to farm down. Umbreon does have quite a lot of energy here, brings in the Bonsly to absorb the damage. Foul play lands. Opponent brings in their final Pokemon, which is Shadow Nidoqueen. Shadow Nidoqueen opting to go straight for the Poison Fang, trying to lower the defense. Poison Fang tanked, In comes the Shadow Bayleef. Shadow Bayleef trying to get to a move, not able to get there. Can Shadow Bayleef tank a Poison Fang here? Barely. Shadow Bayleef not able to reach the grass, not only able to reach the Ancient Power. This is going to be resisted, and the opponent no shields. That is not great. In comes Bonsly. Bonsly, not wanting to take another move, is going to fire off the Rock Slide. Rock Slide will take out the Nidoqueen. Back in comes the Umbreon. Umbreon trying to reach 2 moves. It cannot get there. Bonsly is going to be able to take down the Umbreon, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, picking up a Greylee's Shadow Bayleef into Jellicent. Opponent is going to save switch into an Altaria, which is going to be met with the Sudowoodo. This is a bit of an awkward matchup for Sudowoodo because the counters are resisted, whereas Sudowoodo is very reliant on landing a Rock Slide to do super effective damage. Thankfully able to land the Rock Slide, and now so long as they shield the big move here, which they're able to do shielding the Dazzling Gleam, Sudowoodo can probably commit to the counter down. Sudowoodo able to do just that and leaves with a ton of energy. Opponent brings in the Stunfisk. The question is, do they know about the Earthquake? They do not! Massive damage onto the Stunfisk. Stunfisk goes for the farm down, but not able to get there. Sudowoodo able to reach the Rock Slide. Rock Slide takes down the G-Fisk, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, Shadow Bayleef into Dragonair, the Battle of Spice. This is a rough lead for Bayleef, so going to save switch into the Sudowoodo. Aqua Tail is going to hit for super effective damage here, but thankfully it's not a particularly strong move. So Sudowoodo able to tank it and fire off the Rock Slide. Rock Slide is going to be doing some nice chunk damage onto the Dragonair. Able to land and able to farm down. Very nicely done. Opponent brings in Trevenant for the farm down, but Sudowoodo not done, able to reach a last second Rock Slide. Rock Slide connects and does some very nice damage onto the Trevenant. This is tough because the remaining Pokemon only have resisted fast moves. Brings in the Bonsly, this is double resisted, changes his mind, brings in the Bayleef, but now Bayleef is met with Nidoqueen. And this is unfortunate because these Poison Jabs are hitting for super effective damage, and the Poison Fangs are going to keep ramping up that damage. Bayleef is going to fire off the Ancient Power, trying to go for that boost. Ancient Power gets the shield, but does not get the boost. Nidoqueen is going to fire off another Fang. At this point, you just kind of have to let this go and then trust in the Bonsly. Bonsly looking for the farm down here. I believe this is just a Poison Fang, so Bonsly should be able to tank this and then commit to the farm down. They bring in Trevenant, and Trevenant does have energy. Going to be shielding up the Seed Bomb, and then Bonsly needs to get to 2 Rock Slides. Bonsly does have quite a bit of energy here, firing off the first Rock Slide. This will be getting the shield from Trevenant. Bonsly able to get there. This Rock Slide is going to be taking out the Trevenant. Nidoqueen's in farm down range. This will be game over. Very nicely played. Big clutch by Bonsly at the end. Hopping into the next match, sending Shadow Bayleef into Azumarill, an incredible lead. And even better, Azu is staying in, and they concede the match. Hopping to the next match, sending Shadow Bayleef into Galarian Stunfisk. Honestly, this is a pretty nice Pokemon for this team to see, because the entire team has some nice play against it. G-Fisk fires off the Rock Slide. Bayleef can tank this, but deciding to commit an early shield. Bayleef, these Razor Leafs are really starting to chunk on the Stunfisk. Stunfisk firing off a second Rock Slide. Rock Slide lands, and as you're going to see, Bayleef can comfortably tank 2 Rock Slides. Bayleef choosing not to throw. Instead, it looks like they're going to try and go for a farm down, and commits the final shield as well. So full committing on the Bayleef. Bayleef able to farm down, leaves with a ton of energy, but had to commit 2 shields to do it. In comes Powder Snow, Alolan Ninetales. Bayleef fires off the Ancient Power, gets the shield, and gets the boost. And now Bayleef is going to be a big problem. Ancient Power gets the shield. Razor Leaf's doing big damage, but is going to save switch into the Sudowoodo, just so that way the Bayleef doesn't get taken out by the Weather Ball. Sudowoodo able to tank it, and in the back is Wigglytuff. I believe could have made the Earthquake there, but instead deciding to go for the Rock Slide, maybe hoping to get to 2, but I believe the Sudowoodo is going to be charmed down just before they're able to get there. In comes Bayleef. Bayleef Razor Leafs down, and from here, the Bonsly is in a great position to close out the match. Ninetales does have energy, but Bonsly does have some bulk to it. Bonsly tanks the Weather Ball, no problem. Bonsly able to reach the Rock Slide. Rock Slide is going to be taking care of the Alolan Ninetales, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Shadow Bayleef into Registeel, a terrible lead. Going to immediately save switch into Sudowoodo. Registeel farms up and then brings in Mandibuzz. The nice thing is that Pseudo can put in a lot of work here. Rock Slide is going to hit for massive super effective damage. Mandibuzz farms up and fires back with a move. Pseudo can take any one move here. They go for the foul play, that's totally fine. Pseudo is able to reach a second Rock Slide, and this will take out the Mandibuzz unless they shield. Mandibuzz does commit the shield because they have a move of their own. And this could get a little tricky because I don't believe Pseudo can farm down before Mandibuzz reaches another move. Pseudo not able to farm down and is going to have to burn that final shield. But then Pseudo should be able to farm down here. Opponent saves the Mandibuzz for later and brings back in the Registeel. Pseudo going straight for the Earthquake. It connects. Big damage. Registeel is going to fire off a last second charge move to take down Sudowoodo. Apparently this is an old Registeel running Flash Cannon. They get Razor Leaf down by Bayleef. In the back is Pidgeot, and things are looking very good for Bonsly. Bonsly is going to be resisting all of Pidgeot's charge moves here, meaning that even if Pidgeot goes for the Brave Bird, odds are it probably doesn't KO. Pidgeot, unfortunately, is just kind of in an unwinnable position here. They go for the Brave Bird, Bonsly hangs on, and that will be game over. Rock Slide is going to take out the Pidgeot. Bonsly able to farm down the Mandibuzz, and that is a good game. Hopping into the final match, leading Shadow Bayleef into Whiscash, the dream lead. Opponent immediately save switches into Skarmory, which is going to be hard punished by the Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo just has a dominant matchup here. This Skarmory throws after 5 air slashes, meaning they do not have access to Flash Cannon, so this is a fantastic matchup. Pseudo is going to be firing off the Rock Slide and gets the shield. Skarmory wants to try and flip switch, but this is an incredibly tough matchup to do so. Pseudo able to fire off another Rock Slide. That gets the Skarmory low. Skarmory reaches one final Sky Attack, but this is not going to be enough to KO. Pseudo is able to tank that no problem. Opponent is going to bring in their third, and it's a Razor Leaf Whimsicott, and this is a bit of trouble for the Bonsly. Bonsly is going to be taking super effective damage, able to reach a Rock Slide, and this will probably be grabbing the shield because the opponent is counting on Whimsicott to sweep. Bonsly is unfortunately going to get Razor Leaf down, and now it's all up to Shadow Bayleef. Shadow Bayleef has 2 shields, may as well start using them. Shields up the Grass Knot, Bayleef just has to get to the Ancient Power. Bayleef able to reach the Ancient Power. This will be taking out the Whimsicott, and this should be game over. Down goes Whimsicott. In comes Whiscash. It's a Water Gun Whiscash as well. Oh no. Whiscash able to reach a last second move. Bayleef shielding it, farming down the Whiscash, and that is a good game. All in all, I really enjoyed getting to see XL Shadow Bayleef in action. It's an extremely expensive spice pick, so many thanks to this trainer for submitting these battles, so we do get to check it out in action. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.